This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Time right now is 4:27 here on your Friday morning. Thanks for starting your day with us on Good Morning Indiana. I'm Lauren Casey.
And I'm Meredith Barrick. We begin with the violence that has shocked the community, a quadruple homicide taking place earlier this week, and now a number of people are speaking out about what can be done to prevent this from ever happening again.
Yeah, we're hearing from people in the community, the city, police, and community members who are impacted here, and they were at this vigil last night. We now know the identities of the 4 people who were killed, but we're still working to learn more information about a suspect and what led up to this crime. We'll continue to keep you updated on this case. You're seeing the victims' names there on your screen this morning. No word on what was going on before this took place, so we'll keep you updated as soon as we learn more. Right now, we do want to bring in our friend Alyssa Donovan to talk about our forecast today. Some flurries as I was heading in, Alyssa.
Yeah, so a lot of that is going to diminish over the next couple hours here, and it's really going to fade off into the east. So if you are on the eastern, southeastern areas, you might see a little bit more through the morning hours, but that is going to diminish quickly, and then we are all going to be left with just a little bit of cloud coverage throughout our day. We maybe will see a peak of sunshine this afternoon. Highs a little bit warmer than we were yesterday, 34, but just by a few digits there. And then we are going to see another chance of some light snow showers moving in overnight tonight and into our Saturday before we switch to some rain showers on Sunday. So we are going to see a bit of precipitation over the weekend, really kind of a mixture in terms of days. We're going to see that snow shower possible on Saturday and then those rain showers possible on Sunday.
All right, Alyssa, thank you. We want to take a turn now and take a look at a revitalization happening on the east side. This is the International Market, and our Kelsey Anderson is looking into how it is being revitalized and how it's bringing business and people to the east side where oftentimes businesses struggle.
Yes, so this is especially important for anybody who's maybe here in the city of Indianapolis from another country, and this is a place where they can go to have food from their home country, and just a number of people could come there and meet and try different things. So she's going to break down that revitalization project for us coming up. Another story we have today is Wear Red, Go Red for Women Day, and that's why we're all wearing red dresses today.
Yes, this is all in support of the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign, highlighting that women too can be victims of heart attacks and strokes, and we have been looking at different ways all week long, and we will continue to do so throughout the month of February, how you can keep your heart healthy, little changes you can make when it comes to your diet, when it comes to sleeping. So we'll have more tips like that coming up throughout the morning and throughout the month right here on Good Morning Indiana.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Now at 4:30 on Good Morning Indiana, after days of waiting, the results are in from the Iowa caucuses. Who came out on top and why 2 candidates are now claiming victory?
Why is it that our young people are hurting each other? Another mother is crying. Another father is hurt. Maybe even another child is fatherless. I think we can do better.
A community on the east side grieving after 4 young people were shot and killed Wednesday night. Hear their emotional plea for an end to that violence.
And the Indianapolis Cultural Trail is expanding in a major way. We're breaking down new paths that city leaders say will bring new life to the Indiana Avenue Cultural District. But first, it is 4:30 here on your Friday morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Meredith Barrick.
And I'm Lauren Casey. Want to bring in Alyssa Donovan right now to talk about our forecast because it's Friday. So not only are you planning for your morning, but you're looking ahead to the weekend. But let's start with this morning.
Yeah, so this morning we are seeing, you guys said, driving in a few light flurries. We're going to continue to see that potential through the morning hours, and then things are going to taper off. We're going to see mostly a dry day, so that's the good news. But we do have just some lingering light snow showers. Most of that is moving over the southeastern counties. Some of those areas still under a winter weather advisory this morning, so just be aware of that. And that's mostly due to just some conditions on the roadways that should give you, which means you should give yourself a little bit of extra time as you head out this morning. But a lot of us are going to start dry and stay dry for most of the day. So what's going on is we have this system continuing to move through, and we are going to see cloudy skies for most of the day, and then by the evening we could see some light snow showers move in. Likely we will see those overnight. What's going to happen is we're going to see several systems moving through over the weekend, bringing us the chance of some precipitation here and there. That first one is moving in overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. The good news is it's going to clear out by tomorrow afternoon, so if you have Saturday plans, the afternoon is looking pretty good before we see another system move in on Sunday. Today, however, starting pretty dry, just a few light flurries out there, especially to the southeast. Temperatures will climb into the mid-30s with mostly cloudy skies.
Alyssa, thank you. Here's a look right now at your commute through the downtown area. I-65 and I-70 here at the North Split. On our camera, occasionally you can see a little snowflake fly past the screen, but overall traffic here is moving along just fine. We don't have any crashes or delays to slow you down, so that is great news. Taking you out to the east side here, I-70 and Midhofer Road. If maybe you're traveling around on the east side or in Hancock County, there everything is moving along just fine on I-70. Of course, we'll continue to keep a close eye on your roads this Friday morning, and we'll keep you updated.
Students, parents, neighbors, police, politicians, all are speaking out and speaking up about the impact of violence after a quadruple homicide on the northeast side of Indianapolis.
Last night, a vigil was held in honor of those 4 victims. Mourners gathered at the Carriage House East Apartment Complex. That's where 19-year-old Jalen Roberts, 20-year-old Marcel Wills, 21-year-old Braxton Ford, and 21-year-old Kamari Hunt were all shot to death Wednesday night. During a vigil, community members talked about how violence is affecting them and shared a message that they have for the person who's responsible for these deaths.
A lot of kids that live in Carmel and a lot of kids that live in other areas, it's not normal to them, so it shouldn't be normal to us.
It's never too late to turn yourself in. It's never too late to do the right thing. We've all made mistakes. We've all done things that we are not proud of. But the best thing that we can do is take ownership and responsibility for the things that we have done.
Police have not released any information about what may have led up to the violence or a potential suspect. Information will keep you updated.
We are covering every angle of the tragic killing of those 4 young adults on our website. You can see what we know about this case, more about the victims, and what the community is saying. That homicide map and where you can get help. Again, that is all on the IndyChannel.com right now.
And we're looking into the numbers. There have already been 24 homicides in Indianapolis in just the first 5 weeks of this year. And here's what we're learning. Most of the people killed are between the ages of 21 and 30, but that's not all. There are 2 homicide victims between the ages of 11 and 20. So bottom line, young people in our neighborhoods are dying, and we want to make sure that you know what's going on in your own neighborhood. Right now on the RTV6 app and the IndyChannel.com, we have a breakdown of where all the homicides in Indianapolis are happening. We'll show you the location down to the street.
To Kokomo now, where police have arrested 3 people in connection to a bizarre kidnapping and murder case. This all stems from an incident that happened Monday at a home on Cortland Avenue and West King Street. Police found 25-year-old Lachey Youngbeard dead in the backyard. A man inside the home was found bound with duct tape in a bathtub. He told police he had been confined for 11 days and had been beaten and burned with hot water. 31-year-old Troy Wilson, 30-year-old Uriah Levy, and 28-year-old Stephen Allen were all arrested in connection to the case. The investigation is still ongoing.
The California man accused of threatening teenage girls in Hendricks County using the name Brian Kill has pleaded guilty to 41 federal charges. Investigators say Buster Hernandez targeted students at Plainfield and Danville high schools in late 2015 and early 2016. He allegedly threatened his victims by telling them he would send inappropriate photos of them to their family and friends if they didn't comply with his demands. He's also accused of making threats on Facebook that prompted the evacuation of Plainfield Shopping Center and the high school. Authorities say it was hard to catch Hernandez because of the sophisticated technology that he used. The now 29-year-old is facing life in prison.
Turning now to Iowa, it took several days, but we finally have the results for the caucuses. Former South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg has officially been declared the winner. Buttigieg took 26.2% of state delegate equivalents. Sanders came in a close second, winning the popular vote. But it is the delegate equivalents that are used to choose national delegates and the eventual winner of the Democratic nomination. Former Vice President Joe Biden, who some analysts have called a frontrunner in the 2020 presidential campaign, came in 4th. While stumping in New Hampshire, Biden took aim at Buttigieg.
I do believe It's a risk, to be just straight up with you, for this party to nominate someone who's never held office higher than mayor of a town of 100,000 people in Indiana.
The Democratic candidates have until 1 p.m. today to file a request for a recanvass or a recount. But for now, all eyes are on New Hampshire, where the candidates will debate tonight and the polls open for the primary on Tuesday.
Well, back here in the Hoosier State, Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett helped Buttigieg supporters file the necessary paperwork to get his name on the ballot for the May primary.
Pete's ability to identify innovative solutions, Pete's ability to work across party lines, Pete's ability to give hope to all those disaffected with the status quo is exactly what our state and our country need right now.
Other Democratic candidates who have already filed and are on the May primary ballot here are Joe Biden, Michael Bloomberg, Tulsi Gabbard, Amy Klobuchar, Bernie Sanders, Tom Steyer, and Elizabeth Warren, and Andrew Yang. And on the Republican side, President Trump and former Massachusetts Governor Bill Weld have qualified for the May primary. The deadline to file is noon today.
For the first time ever, the Indianapolis Cultural Trail is expanding in a major way. New stretches along South Street and Indiana Avenue are being added. The South Street expansion will go from New Jersey Street to Capitol Avenue. And the added trail on Indiana Avenue will start at the Madame Walker Legacy Center and continue north to 10th Street, then west on 10th to a planned bridge leading to the 16 Tech Innovation District. Leaders say the expansion will help bring more people to the Madame Walker Legacy Center and play a big role in revitalizing the Indiana Avenue Cultural District. The project is made possible in part by a new $20 million grant from the Lilly Endowment.
Over in Greenwood, we're getting a first look at the interior designs for the new downtown Fieldhouse and Destination Park. It will be built on 40 acres near I-65 and Wurtsville Road interchange. The park will serve local and traveling sports teams with several ball diamonds, multi-use playing fields, splash pad, and inclusive playground equipment. The Fieldhouse will be able to host sports including volleyball, futsal, badminton, soccer, baseball, basketball, and pickleball. The city is preparing final construction documents and anticipates issuing a public bid soon.
Gayle King is responding to criticism she's receiving over a controversial interview. Coming up, why she's blaming her network for the backlash.
And Boeing has found another glitch, which is with its troubled 737 MAX planes. Straight ahead, what the issue is and how it's affecting the anticipated return of that plane. Alyssa.
And we are starting out with a few snowflakes this morning, but that's going to clear out. We'll see a cloudy day, more chances of precipitation in the forecast this weekend. I'll tell you what you need to know coming up.
Live on CourtTV.com.
Gayle King is responding to backlash over a recent interview. During an interview with former WNBA player Lisa Leslie, the CBS This Morning host asked about the legacy of Kobe Bryant. King brought up the 2003 rape charge against Bryant. That charge was dropped, but Bryant's accuser later filed a civil suit, which was settled out of court. Several of Bryant's fans, friends, and fellow celebrities called King's questioning inappropriate and disrespectful. In a two-part video posted to Twitter yesterday, King said the excerpt was taken out of context.
Unbeknownst to me, my network put up a clip from a very wide-ranging interview, totally taken out of context, and when you see it that way, it's very jarring. I know that if I had only seen the clip that you saw, I'd be extremely angry with me too. I am mortified, I'm embarrassed, and I am very angry.
While many were upset by the clip, others came to King's defense. One of those was Carrie Ann Inaba of The Talk, who said in part, she's a journalist. She has to ask the questions that people are afraid to ask.
Meanwhile, the date for Kobe Bryant's public memorial service has been set. It will take place on February 24th at Staples Center in Los Angeles. The date is 2/24. It's symbolic for the Bryants. Kobe wore 24 during the latter part of his NBA career, and his daughter Gianna, who also died in that crash, wore number 2. Earlier this week, Gianna's school retired her number during a special ceremony. No further plans for the memorial have been announced yet. We will bring you the latest on air and online as more details come into our newsroom. Time right now is 4:44. More U.S. evacuees from Wuhan are expected to arrive in Nebraska today. The government declared an emergency due to the coronavirus outbreak. Citizens will be taken today to Camp Ashland, an Army Guard facility about 20 miles southeast of Omaha. They will be held there in quarantine for 14 days. Anyone with symptoms will be taken to a facility at the University of Nebraska Medical Center. The center treated Ebola patients during the outbreak several years ago. Over in Japan, 3 Americans are among the passengers diagnosed with the coronavirus on board a quarantined cruise ship. The Diamond Princess is anchored off the coast of Yokohama near Tokyo. More than 1,000 crew members are on board with 2,066 passengers, including 428 Americans. Health officials say these sick passengers were taken off the ship and transported to local hospitals. As of today, 61 people on the now quarantined ship have been diagnosed with the Wuhan coronavirus. Japan had previously confirmed 25 cases on land, creating a national tally of 86 persons infected in Japan.
A Kentucky elementary school says one of its students has contracted a rare case of typhoid fever. Health officials in the state were notified of the case Tuesday. No additional details have been released about the young patient, but the school is advising parents to be on the watch for symptoms including fever, stomach pain, diarrhea, and cough. Health officials say typhoid fever is very rare, with roughly 350 cases per year. According to the CDC, most people diagnosed with typhoid fever in the U.S. traveled to places where it's common, like South Asia. It's not clear if that is the case with the patient confirmed in Kentucky.
It's 4:45. Firefighters battling Australia's devastating wildfires are getting some help from the weather. Heavy rains in New South Wales knocked out about a third of the fires in just one day. Crews have been fighting the devastating fires for months now. Officials say there are now just 42 active wildfires compared to 62 on Wednesday. 17 are still not contained. Back here at home, it is 4:46. Let's get a check of our forecast as you head out the door, Alyssa.
Yes, so this morning we are going to see the potential of a few light flurries hanging around, especially for areas to the southeast of us. Temperatures are starting in the 20s. We're not going to climb too high today. We're going to stay close to average into those mid-30s, but just be aware. So we are seeing those cooler temperatures this morning and some light flurries that we could see a few slick spots on the roadways as you head out the door. What's going on right now is we have those light flurries. We have the main system moving out of the area to the southeast. Could see just a few light snow showers continuing for extreme southeast counties just to the south of Greensburg and Seymour. So if areas like I-70 to the east are part of your commute, or I-65 to the south are part of your commute, you might experience some of those light snow showers yet this morning. Those areas still under a winter weather advisory until 10 a.m. today, just because we are seeing that potential of some light accumulation still, which means we could see some situations out on the roadway. So give yourself some extra time if you're heading those directions. The rest of us, we are going to continue to see just some light flurries this morning and then mostly cloudy skies as we head into the afternoon. By the evening, we could see maybe some light snow showers, especially for northwest counties, but just a small chance of that. And then we also could see some clearing, so maybe some peaks of sunshine today before we see our next system roll through. Over the weekend, we have a couple systems that are going to impact us. The first one is going to come overnight Friday and into early Saturday morning. That is going to bring us the potential of some light accumulation across most of central Indiana, with the higher totals right across Indianapolis. So we are looking at the potential of maybe up to an inch of snowfall by Saturday morning as that system pushes through. Most of that activity is going to be overnight into Saturday morning, but we can't rule out still seeing some light snow showers as we head into the early afternoon hours. Should clear out by the evening though, and then we are going to see some drier conditions overnight. By Sunday, another system rolls in. That's going to bring us that potential of some scattered rain showers. Could be heavy at times as well. So looking at the weekend, Saturday is when we're going to see those snow showers. By Sunday, temperatures warm a little bit and we'll switch to some rain showers with some pockets of heavier showers here and there. Today, temperatures starting in the 20s this morning, mostly cloudy skies, that small chance of just a few light flurries, especially if you are to the southeast. southeast. Temperatures today climbing into the mid-30s. Tomorrow staying in the mid-30s with those snow showers, and then we have those scattered rain showers on Sunday. Things clear out as we start next week.
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much. We're keeping a close eye on traffic this morning. Here's a look at your commute over on the east side. You can see we have a stalled vehicle there in the shoulder, not impacting traffic here on I-70 and Sherman Drive. Everything's traveling up to speed. So let's take you out on I-70 here, a little east of County Road 400 West. Traffic you can see is picking up both eastbound and westbound there on your interstate. Of course, we'll continue to keep a close eye on your roads. Keep in mind there may be a few slick spots out there, so use caution.
A new software issue has been discovered on Boeing's 737 MAX jets. The issue involves an indicator light staying on longer than intended. The problem was discovered during testing of one of the plane's updated software. But officials say they do not think this new issue will delay the aircraft's return to service. The 737 MAX has been grounded worldwide since last March following 2 deadly crashes that killed 346 people. Those crashes have been linked to a safety system designed to force down the nose of the plane in case it was climbing too fast and was at risk of stalling.
You could soon own a version of a shoe that powered the first ever sub 2-hour marathon. Nike's Air Zoom Alpha Fly Next Percent goes on sale this summer. The prototype was worn by Eliud Kipchoge when he ran the marathon in 1 hour, 59 minutes and 40 seconds last year in Vienna. Nike says the shoe has a carbon fiber plate that gives a runner a sense of propulsion and cushioning. It's also made to minimize energy loss. According to the shoemaker, the Alpha Fly improves an athlete's performance by 4%.
Your next camping trip could be a lot more luxurious. Mercedes-Benz is launching a new camper van called the Weekender. The back seats can fold down and sleep 2 people. There's also a tent-like area that pops up from the roof that sleeps in another additional 2 people. The van has an extra battery to power lights and devices. A pull-out kitchen and an awning are added features to make the van feel homey. Pre-orders of the Weekender will start this spring. Prices start around $70,000. Wow.
Well, a lake in Madison, Wisconsin is now home to the Statue of Liberty, or at least part of it. Coming up, why this Lady Liberty is gracing the frozen body of water.
And coming up all new at 5, the International Marketplace is bringing new life to the east side, as well as some international flair to the Circle City. Our Kelsey Anderson joins us live with a look at some of the updates. But first,
I'm Ted Rollins. Today on Court TV in New York, it is day 2 of the defense case in the Harvey Weinstein rape trial. The defense started with their first witness yesterday. They'll pick up today. They expect to go at least through the week with their case in chief, and then the jury will make a decision. Also, Ezra McCandless, the 22-year-old, will find out her fate. She was convicted of murder in November of last year. She'll be sentenced. We'll be carrying that live. And on Court TV in Florida, this man, the ice cream truck alleged murderer, day 2 of his trial. All of that, plus much more throughout the day on Court TV. Now back to you.
And don't forget, you can watch the all-new Court TV live right on your mobile device by visiting CourtTV.com. It is 4:52. We'll be right back.
On RTV6 News.
The Statue of Liberty has been moved to a frozen lake in Wisconsin. Sort of. A Lady Liberty replica was inflated Thursday as part of the Wisconsin Union's Winter Carnival. The tradition began as a prank in 1979. 2 University of Wisconsin alumni said they'd bring the Statue of Liberty to Madison if elected to the Student Association. They made good on their word with a styrofoam statue. Before this recreation, the styrofoam Statue of Liberty was last seen in 2010. In addition to Lady Liberty's return, the carnival hosts more than a dozen events and activities, including live music, arts and crafts, and more. And that is one of the best things about the University of Wisconsin, having that lake right there. And when it's frozen in the wintertime, you can go out there. Some stunning sunsets take place. So pretty fun there, seeing a little bit of New York in the middle of the Midwest.
That's pretty funny. I like that.
All right, Alyssa, what can we expect outdoors?
So today we are starting with just some light flurries this morning, a little bit more substantial light snow showers for southeast counties to start out today. And then most of us are just going to be dry today, cloudy skies. Temperatures will climb into the mid-30s, so it is going to be a chilly day. We'll see some light snow showers move in again overnight, up to an inch possible, and we'll see those linger into early Saturday. Scattered rain showers possible on Sunday, and then we'll start out next week a little bit drier.